I recently worked with a client where we did 3 days of breakthrough sessions and we basically reprogrammed her entire identity. And I really wanted to share this with you all because people talk about subconscious reprogramming and changing their identities, and most people are probably like, how do people even do that? What does it even mean? And I'm going to share one of the techniques that we use and explain why it's so powerful and how simple it is. This is one of my favorite techniques. It's called submodalities and mapping across. Essentially, the way that our brain stores memories and stories is through our senses. So visuals and how things feel and also how they sound. And so when we have something that happens to us or we have a specific belief system, we can typically have like a visual of that and there's a feeling or a sound associated with it. And so what we end up doing with mapping across is we program in a different belief and all of the visuals and feelings and sounds of that old belief onto that old story, and basically programs out and changes the visual and the feeling and the sounds that are associated with that belief system or that story or something that traumatic has happened to somebody. This can be incredibly powerful because you are shifting how you actually see the world. So to give you an example, I had a memory that had a lot of emotions attached to it that did not feel very good. And what I ended up doing was mapping across to map in an old belief system that is no longer true, like Santa Claus doesn't exist. And I took the visuals and the feelings and the sounds associated with that belief system, and I programmed that old story that was creating this emotional charge for me and made it so it was different. So that scene that used to be really traumatizing or emotional for me, it now reminded me of basically the same traits of what I would think of when I think Santa Claus doesn't exist. So it became less threatening for me, and so now there's way less emotional charge to it. And after I did that, I programmed in a new belief system using a very similar pattern. So you can see how powerful our brains are and really just how simple it is to change our belief systems and to program and see it in a different way so that we're perceiving the world a different way and we can remove these emotional charges around it. This specific technique can be done for not just belief systems or old stories. It can be literally taking away and reprogramming your addiction to coffee or to sweets or different things like that. You can use it for so many different things, and it is one of my favorite techniques to use that is so simple and so fast, and you can eventually learn to do this on your own. And what I love about it is that you can basically create a new identity by programming in something new. So if you want to identify as someone who is beautiful or worthy or creative or an artist or whatever belief system that you want to believe about yourself, this is one technique that can help you shift into that new identity. If you want to learn more about this, just go to my website at